Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So if you do consider subscribe as always, and if you do consider drop your likes on the current video. This is currently my second video today, so there's quite a lot of rumours that are going on in the press. Nearly at the end of the January window now. Tomorrow night it currently ends does this January transfer window, as we all currently know. So big breaking news now coming out of the press. Positive news for my club Manchester United and the rest of the Manchester United fans. It's come out in the media today regarding Anthony Martial. Reportedly, he is on the brink of signing a new 5-year deal with Manchester United, which would take him under contract until 2024, as we all currently know. Reportedly, Man United is set to announce a new 5-year deal for Martial. Martial does want to commit his long-term future with Manchester United, as it has confirmed, but reportedly Martial has agreed a new 5-year deal with Manchester United after breakthrough in negotiations, because obviously we've had more negotiations about him getting him a new contract, because obviously rumours were stemming out last week sometime, was it, that we was on the brink of signing him a new 5-year deal with the club, as we all clearly know, and that's very good news, as we all know, because his performances have been very good this season as Anthony Martial's, and obviously as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come out saying he's contract negotiations are progressing with the likes of De Gea and Martial, and I think he mentioned Juan Mata as well. So it's good news. Reports are stemming from the out from France that reportedly this is set to be announced on Friday or before Friday, that it will be officially announced that he has signed a new 5-year deal, Anthony Martial. So it's very good news. His wage is going to be going up as well, so there's going to be a wage increase when he signs his 5-year deal. I think he's going to be set to earn around £190,000 a week. So he's currently on, I think, £120,000 a week at the moment. So his wage, it will increase his wage by about £70,000. Or something like that. But yeah, very good news as we all can know, because we know he's very good on that left-hand side, Anthony Martial. Well, Premier League proven, as I said, still very young. He's only 23 years of age, as I currently said. Obviously didn't feature yesterday against Burnley, because reports were saying, I think I saw that he apparently he was injured, so Rashford actually operated on the left, as I said. But there was strong speculations that Martial could have left the club last summer due to that, last year, that he had a bad relationship with Jose Mourinho, as we all know, and even his representative, Martial's representative, did confirm. That he did want to leave Manchester United, last year, and he did confirm also he was very pessimistic, of Martial signing a new long-term deal. We've got option of a further year as well, because last year Martial did sign a further 12 months. He signed a 12-month extension on his current contract last year, did Martial, but his agent has been in negotiations with Manchester United, and we have got positive news that's come back as well. Martial is on the brink of signing a new 5-year deal at the club, which is very good, and he's been here since 2015, as we all know. So he's been here nearly 4 years now. We paid an initial £36 million for him from Monaco, as we all could. Now I think he's played about 161 games, for Manchester United, as Anthony Martial. So that's very good news that we do want to hear. As we all know, it's going to be a 5-year deal. So this will run until 2024, as we all currently know, when he signs his 5-year deal. So it's set to be announced on Friday or before Friday, because reports are coming out from France, suggesting that, as I said. And obviously, we've got other players coming to end of the contract term as well, but we'll go into more detail about that in a minute. Reports are coming out about Fellani. Marian Fellani is set to leave the club, as we all currently know. He's served 11 years in English football as Marian Fellani, as we all currently know. As I did update you this morning on one of my live videos, didn't get a lot of time because I've been out today. I did update you this morning, but more things has updated, of the narrative, regarding Marian Fellani. Reports are coming out that reportedly Manchester United have been in talks with this Chinese club. I can't pronounce the name, as I said. Reportedly, it has confirmed that Marian Fellani has agreed personal terms with this Chinese club, reportedly, because obviously he doesn't fit in his new regime at Manchester United, as we all know, because he's currently injured weeks, as we all know. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did confirm he doesn't expect any players to leave, before this current January window ends, as he did confirm. And I do think players will leave, but obviously it's different in China, because the Chinese transfer window ends on the 28th of February. I think it is as well. But reportedly, as it's come out in the press, that reportedly he's set to become one of the world's highest paid players. Is Marian Fellani. I don't know if a fee has come to an agreement between Manchester United and this Chinese club. I don't think a fee's been agreed. I think Man United do want around £10 million for him reportedly in a fee, but reportedly he's set to earn around a staggering £18 million a year in China reportedly. I think his salary a week is around £350,000 a week, and he's going to be signing a 3-year deal with this Chinese club as well. And reportedly he has agreed, this deal has been agreed. So reportedly Manny Fellani is going to be set to earn around £18 million per year, staggering amounts of money. So potentially, he's going to become one of the world's highest, one of the most highest paid players in the world. But it did say he's agreed an £18 million a year deal for him to leave Manchester United, Manny Fellani, but a fee has yet to be agreed. But Fellaini's obviously been in the Premier League 11 years all in all. This was including his time, with Everton, as we all currently know. He's been here, 5.5 years, at Manchester United as Manny Fellani. I think he's played 177 times, as we all know. Signed a 2-year deal last summer, 2-year contract last summer as well, did Manny Fellani. I think with the option of another year, if I am sure, and to be quite honest with you. With the option of another year as well. But obviously he's going to find it hard to get into the Manchester United team now, because we've got Herrera, Matic and Pogba that are, very, very effective in that midfield. And, they're good, they're a good trio, as we all currently know, and obviously they're first choice. So it's going to, Fellaini's going to struggle, to get game time, and he's going to struggle to get into the team, is Manny Fellani. He's only played 31 minutes, since Solskjaer's coming anywhere. So he's going to be set to a move to China, as I said. He's agreed personal terms already. I don't think the fee has been agreed as yet. It did mention, as it updated this morning, that I think, he's set to move. I think Manchester United is set to, I think this Chinese club is set to pay around £10.4 million for him, something like that. But reportedly he's agreed a contract to go to China worth £350,000 a week or something like that. £18 million per year, as it did confirm, and it is a 3-year deal, as we all currently know. In the process, he's made 177 appearances, since he's been here. He was a regular, under Jose Mourinho, to quite fair. He was a regular under Van Gaal, and he was a regular under David Moyes, because obviously it was one of David Moyes' first signings. But yeah, it's looking like he's going to be going to China, because obviously in China their transfer window doesn't end until the 28th of February, as we all know. So potentially, Fellaini's on his way out. But yeah, good news, as I did say, regarding Anthony Martial. It's very, very good news. We're on the brink of signing a new 5-year deal after, negotiations broke through, as we all currently know. But we're hopeful of getting other players new contracts at the club as well. So reports have been coming out. Solskjaer's still convinced, we can get De Gea as well, a new deal as well. I think he wants to become the most highest paid goalkeeper in the world. One of the highest paid, players at the club as well, David De Gea. I think he's aiming that he wants around £300,000 a week. Man United have been in talks, of getting David De Gea a new contract at the club, because he has committed his long-term future with Manchester United as David De Gea. He's on the verge of joining Real Madrid back in 2015, as we all currently know. We activated a 12-month extension on his current contract last year as well, just like we did with Anthony Martial's. But De Gea is set to stay at Manchester United. He did say, that Juventus and Paris Saint-Germain had been interested in David De Gea, and since he's been here, David De Gea has made over 300 odd appearances. As we all know, he's won the club's Player of the Year 4 out of 5 seasons. He's won the Smart Buzzer Player of the Year, a Smart Buzzer Player of the Year quite a few times, and he's been here a number of years now. He's been here a good 8 years at least, and his progression has been absolutely fantastic indeed, as David De Gea is, as we all know. But I do think we're on the brink of securing him a new long-term deal as well, which is good news. But Citrus Martial, he's still very, very young, and I think he'll grow and develop, and he'll improve under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's yet to win the Premier League at United. He's yet to win the Champions League, Anthony Martial. But there's time. He's got a lot of years ahead of him. For him, to achieve that, Anthony Martial, because his performances this season have been very, very good indeed. He's been scoring and he's been providing, as we all currently know. But other players' deals, that are coming to an end in the summer as well, is obviously Juan Mata's, as we all currently know. Juan Mata, there's been reports coming out from the media, actually, regarding Juan Mata, as we all currently know. Reports are coming out saying that Man United had reportedly offered him a 1-year contract extension. Reportedly, Juan Mata would offer him a 1-year contract extension, considering that we don't will to offer long-term contracts to players that are aged 30 or over. And currently Juan Mata's 30. I think he's 30 at the moment. It has reportedly said that Juan Mata's representative has been, to Barcelona to negotiate with Barcelona, because reportedly Barcelona have been interested. It did say Arsenal had been interested in him as well, because obviously when Juan Mata was a lot younger in his prime, as we all currently know, you would play under Unai. So maybe Unai was keen on reuniting with Juan Mata. But he's been in the Premier League a number of years now. Juan Mata, I do think he wants to stay at Manchester United. He's been in the Premier League a good what. He's been a good Premier League a good 8-9 years. This was including his 3 years he had with Chelsea. He's been here nearly 5 years now at Manchester United, and he's won everything apart from the Premier League, and that's the only thing Juan Mata hasn't won. He's made over 200 other payments, since he's been to Manchester United, since he's been at Manchester United, as we all know. Hasn't been a regular, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, because we know Lingard's been preferred choice on that right-hand side. But reportedly, Man United have reportedly offered him a 1-year extension on his current contract, Juan Mata. He does miss Spain, does Juan Mata, to be quite honest, because he played there when he was a lot younger in his prime. I still think he's a very, very consistent player, Juan Mata, but he really hasn't been first choice, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in. But we have been in talks of securing Juan Mata a new deal as well. I hope somewhere along the line, we can get Ander Herrera a new contract at the club as well, because his deal comes to an end in the summer as well. And I really do like Ander Herrera, and I think he's been a very, very consistent player, since Van Gaal got him in 2014. We got it from Atletico Bilbao. And I think Ander Herrera, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coming, I think he's played a big part in the team. Herrera, he's playing more regularly from the start, and I think he complements with Matic and Pogba, and I think, he looks very, very good in that midfield, Ander Herrera. So hopefully, we've been in talks of securing him a new deal as well, so hopefully somewhere along the line, we can get Ander Herrera a new deal at the club as well. So hopefully somewhere along the line we can get Ander Herrera a new deal at the club as well. Reportedly, would have been in talks of getting Ashley Young a new contract term as well. It probably will be a 1-year contract term extension, because obviously he's now 32, 33 years of age. He's Ashley Young. I think he's been a very, very good servant over the years for Manchester United. As Ashley Young, to be quite honest with you, he's been a very, very good servant. He's been here a number of years. He has been here since 2011, don't forget, and he has grown and developed, very, very well. When he was a lot younger in his prime, he was mainly right winger, but obviously we mainly put Ashley Young at right back. To be quite honest with you now, I think he has passed it, but obviously Ashley Young is obviously our first choice right back, as we all know, especially this season, as I currently said. So hopefully, maybe we're going to get a 1-year extension on his current contract as well, because his deal comes to an end in the summer, and he's made over 300 odd appearances for Manchester United, as well as Ashley Young, as we all currently know. But yeah, I don't know, hopefully somewhere along the line, we can get, the likes of Marcus Rashford a new deal at the club as well, because he's currently still under contract until 2020. Is Marcus Rashford. He's been United player since the age of 7. He's progressing up the ranks very, very well. As Marcus Rashford, as we all currently know, done very, very well indeed. He's been scoring and providing this season. I think he looks very, very effective, when he's playing centrally. And I think he is. Our number 9 is Marcus Rashford. He obviously played on the left against Burnley yesterday, but I don't think that's his favourite position. I think he looks better, much better centrally. Does Marcus Rashford to corners, because we know mainly since Solskjaer's come in that Rashford and Martial have been first choice over Sanchez and Romelu Lukaku. Recently, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's give Lukaku the opportunity. Played him against Burnley last night. Played him in the FA Cup against Arsenal. Got 2 assists as well. Sanchez got his name on the score sheet. Against Arsenal as well. Sanchez came on in the Burnley game yesterday. I think there's still areas of Sanchez's game. He does need to adapt. To be quite honest with you, but he's enjoyed difficult times since he's come to Manchester United. He's been here over the year. He's obviously our highest paid player on over £500,000 a week, but he has had quite a few injury problems as well. That's affected his game time. Alexis Sanchez, but I think he could still improve. The brilliance of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, could improve Sanchez, as I currently said. And Lukaku, I think his form's been rejuvenated as well. Since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's come in, I thought his performance was poor yesterday against Burnley, but he played well against Arsenal. I thought You know, I think he had a couple of other good games as well, you know, when he came off the bench as well, Romelu Lukaku. So I think he has made an impact, Lukaku, since Solskjaer's come in. He doesn't complement our front line, Lukaku, because he is slow. I do have strong reservations about him because, you know, you've got Martial who's got pace, you've got Lingard who's got pace, Rashford who's got pace, and all them can press out the pitch. And even Sanchez has got pace, to be quite honest with you, but Lukaku hasn't got this. But Lukaku's still a proven goal scorer in the Premier League, as we all currently know. He is still a proven goal scorer, is Romelu Lukaku, because he's proven it throughout his playing career in the Premier League, as we all know. But as I did currently say, but as I did say, you know, I do think, you know, players will be leaving, you know, Manchester United, you know, to be quite honest with you. You know, Fellani's obviously going to be going to China, but I think other players will be probably leaving in the summer as well. I think Valencia will be leaving the club, to be quite honest with you, because he's hardly played in the Premier League this season for Manchester United, as Antonio Valencia, as we all know. Obviously hasn't been first choice in that right back position, as we ahead of him. Valencia's been a good servant over the years, and we know how much of an essential right back he has been over the years. You know, he has been here since 2009 as Antonio Valencia, so he's been here 10 years, made over 300 odd appearances as Valencia, and he's won everything here, of course, as well as Antonio Valencia as well. It did reportedly say that Fulham and Newcastle were expressing an interest in Antonio Valencia, as it did say in the media. He did say Fulham and Newcastle are reportedly interested in Antonio Valencia, but it would be likely he will leave in the summer, you know, to be quite honest with you. You know, Darmian is another player I think he'll go probably in the summer. We've activated a 1-year extension on his current contract, obviously, you know, so we can cash in for the player in the summer. As same with Darmian, he's enjoyed a very, very difficult time, you know, since he's come to Manchester United, you know, Matteo Darmian, he's enjoyed a very, very difficult time. You know, he's hardly played in the team, struggling to get in the team, hasn't been a regular, as we all know, as Matteo Darmian, so potentially, you know, I could, you know, to be honest with you, you know, see Matteo Darmian, you know, leaving the club. He did say that Milan and Juventus have been monitoring an interest. Obviously, he's had a lot of experience of playing, you know, in Italy, as we all know, Darmian, you know, when he was a lot younger in his prime, began his career with Milan, you know, played for Torino and all that as well. So when he was young in his prime, he had a lot of experience of playing in Italy, did Matteo Darmian. So I could see Darmian, you know, going in the summer, you know, to be quite honest with you. You know, Andres Pereira, as I said, you know, had a really, really poor game yesterday, to be quite fair. We know there's been no sign of him as yet signing a new contract at Manchester United. Hasn't really played, you know, this season hardly played Andres Pereira. So are we going to get him a new contract as well? But yeah, I do think, you know, to be quite honest with you guys, I do think, you know, definitely, you know, players will be leaving Manchester United, to be quite honest with you. But I wanted to update you on the Martial news. We're on the brink of signing a new 5-year deal, which is good news. Man United is set to announce this as it's confirmed. He's going to get a wage increase when he does sign this new deal. And with the Fellani situation, he's set to become one of the world's highest paid players, is Fellani, because reportedly he's agreed an 18 million a year deal to leave Manchester United to join this Chinese club. Can't pronounce the name. His salary week's going to be £350,000 or something like that, and it's going to be a 3-year deal, as that is confirmed. So he's going to, you know, earn a lot more money, you know, at China than, you know, than he is at Manchester United at the moment. He's on £180,000 a week at Manchester United, is Marian Fellaini, at the moment. So when he goes to China, you know, he'll be earning around, you know, 10, 100, wait there, if I can pronounce it, 100, 200. You know, he's going to be earning around £180,000 more. I can't calculate it up, but it's something like that, as I currently have said. But he's set for the move to China now, as we all know. But yeah, as I did say, you know, obviously, Solskjaer did confirm earlier on in this January transfer window. He did confirm that Solskjaer, he doesn't expect us to make any signings in this January window. He said it's unlikely we'll make any signings. And, you know, obviously, Ed Woodward is obviously, you know, recruiting, you know, to still get a director of football, you know, to come into the club before we commit to any future signings, as we all know. We're not going to be making any signings in this January window, so we'll have to think about getting signings in the summer, as we all know, because I still think we need a strong central defender. We need a centre defensive mid that's fast and tenacious, and we do need someone on that right hand side, as I said, because as I did say, all our attack is coming from the left, as we all currently know. But Ed Woodward's looking to recruit a director of football to come in, you know, obviously, you know, before we commit to any future signings, as we all know. But as I did say, you know, so far under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I currently said, you know, we've played 9 games, you know, won 8 out of 9, as we all know. It was a disappointing, you know, yesterday, because we did have a lot of chances in that game yesterday against Burnley, to be quite honest with you. We created a lot of chances, had a lot of efforts, as we all currently know. I think I read a Manchester United yesterday had 28 shots on goal. We created 20 chances as well, as I looked at. We had 35 crosses, so there was a lot of crosses, produced in the game as well. Burnley did make it difficult for us, to be quite honest with you, but we had a lot of chances in that game. I thought the majority of the chances, were quite wasteful, to be quite honest with you, but I thought we was a bit slow yesterday. We had a lot of chances in the game, but I thought it was a bit slow yesterday, as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer confirmed in his post-match interview. Andres Pereira obviously was at fault for the first goal, as we all currently know. He was at fault for the first goal. I think Jones was mainly involved as well, but Solskjaer did make 5 changes in the game, as we all know. He made 5 changes. He included Andres Pereira in the team. Juan Mata came into the team. I thought Juan Mata had a poor game yesterday, to be quite honest with you. Andres Pereira was poor. Young was poor. Jones was crap. I think Lukaku was poor as well, but he did make 5 changes there, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But in the end, it was a very, very good comeback, as we all know. Comeback to 2-2. Pogba getting the penalty, Lingard getting fouled in the box. And then we scored twice late on, Lindelof scoring in the 93rd minute stoppage time, scoring his first goal for Manchester United, scoring his first goal for Manchester United, Victor Lindelof, which was very, very good to see. So, we did come back, that's very, very good that we did come back. We didn't lose the game. Obviously, Solskjaer's 100% record now, as Manchester United manager is currently over, as we all know. But it's disappointing because we could have potentially, Solskjaer could have potentially made history in the Premier League yesterday, as we all know, because he could have become the first manager to win his first 7 Premier League games, beating Pep Guardiola's record. He won his first 6 league games. Carlo Ancelotti's record, he won his first 6 games as well. But it was disappointing, but, we do move on. Top 4's definitely still on without a shadow of a doubt. We're 2 points behind top 4. We're 2 points behind Arsenal, but Chelsea do play tonight, so we could fall 5 points behind, and Chelsea do play Bournemouth tonight, so we could fall 5 points behind top 4. But we've still got a great chance at the FA Cup, as we all currently know. Great chance of that. We're in the 5th round now, as we all know. But in these 9 games, we've scored 24 goals. I think defensively we have improved. We're not conceding as many goals, but as I did currently say, we still need to address that defensive line, as we all currently know. But I would still say, Solskjaer is the right man for the job at Manchester United, to be quite honest with you, because he knows everything about the club. He knows the culture of the club. He knows the chaplains of the club, because he was a great player for 11 years there, was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, don't forget. Great player for 11 years. You watch some of these players, grow and develop, when he managed the Manchester United reserve team as well, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He won 2 Norwegian titles with Mold when he was at Mold. Didn't do so good at Cardiff because he got Cardiff relegated, as we all currently know. But I still have a lot of trustworthy in Solskjaer. I think there's been a lot of vast improvement since he's coming. Pogba's getting the freedom to express himself. Paul Pogba, he's been scoring. He's been providing them as well. I think, the majority of the team, are playing together as a team. We're getting fullbacks higher at the pitch, so you can see the improvements, since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coming, because he understands the philosophy. He likes the attacking football. Does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and his game plan works. He's tactically right as well. He's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but he did say Solskjaer he was willing to give everybody the chance. He wanted the team to go out, the players to go out there and express themselves and get them enjoying football. So far, he's done that. We dropped 2 points yesterday. Fair enough, we did drop 2 points yesterday. It wasn't the best of performances, but it's only one slip, so potentially can't just prejudge Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just after one game, as we all currently know. But he's brought a lot of the confidence back in the team. He's motivated the team. He's got the fluidity back in the team, as we all currently know. But this team definitely want to play for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because you can tell, as we all know, as I said. So hopefully maybe he can elevate us to that higher level, get us back up there competing with the likes of City and Liverpool, and challenging for major honours maybe next season, depending if Solskjaer does get the job on a full-time basis, because he has been discussing about getting the job on a full-time basis, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But we are linked with quite a few players, as we all currently know, as I've already updated you on. But as I did say, Pochettino's obviously unlikely now, because we know there's been talks of Pochettino coming in to be our full-time manager at the end of the season. We know Mauricio Pochettino has been mentioned, as we all know, but he hasn't won out in terms of silverware as a manager. Don't forget, as Mauricio Pochettino, he hasn't won out in terms of silverware as a manager. He hasn't won out in terms of silver as a manager. He has got a good record with Tottenham, fair play. Tottenham have got problems of their own now because they've got Kane and Dele Alli out now till March. They are their two-star players, as we all currently know. There's quite a few teams, going for the top four this season, as we all currently know. But saying about, Pochettino, he's been managing since 2009. He understands the Premier League. He's good at growing and developing young players, as I said, and he's been at Tottenham since 2014. Only spent £50 million at 2014, so his transfer policy has been very, very poor, since 2014. As Mauricio Pochettino's, he did sign a 5-year deal last summer, as we all know. Got Tottenham to the last 16 of the Champions League, was it last season? He's got them second place finishes, third place finishes, as we all currently know. But obviously, Ed Woodward has indicated him as his number one, as we all know. But reports coming out the other week as Danny Levy come out in the media suggesting that he was being ruthless, he was standing firm, and he was not willing to let Mauricio Pochettino leave, even if we were willing to access in the process of around £50 million. And, he's no intentions of leaving Tottenham as Pochettino. I think he's very, very happy at Tottenham, to be quite honest with you. And as I did currently say, Danny Levy has been ruthless and he's standing firm over this, as I said. But as we all know, Solskjaer's has brought something magical to the club. He's a cheaper alternative, as we all know. Wouldn't cost us out, to get him on a full-time basis, or maybe would cost us a little fee. I'm not too sure. But, we might as well just, let Solskjaer have the job on a full-time basis, as I currently said. We do need signings in the summer, as we all currently know. And we have been linked, with a host of players, as we all currently know. As I did say, we're preparing to go for Koulibaly in the summer, reportedly, because it did confirm Napoli were not willing to do any business in this January transfer window, as he did confirm. So far in the process, we've had 3 bids turned down. Recent one was 95 million. We've been linked to Koulibaly since last summer, as we all know. We've been linked to him since last summer. Man United have been in talks. Man United were in talks with Napoli, and he's currently one of the best players in the world in his current position. That he does full Koulibaly, as we all know. He's got a contract with Napoli till 2023. We know how much of a good leader he would be in our back line, to be quite honest with you. He'd be good alongside Lindelof and Eric Bailly, because Lindelof's really, really improved this season. Bailly, to be fair with Eric Bailly, he's hardly been in the team this season, but I think he should be playing alongside Lindelof more now, to be quite honest, because we know it's been mainly Jones and Lindelof, recently as a centre-back partnership. But I think Jones and Chris Smalling could be gone next season as well. I forgot to mention them earlier. I do think Marcus Rojo could be gone next season as well, because he's enjoyed a difficult time at United. He struggled with his fitness regime, had a lot of injury problems as well, Marcus Rojo, so he could go, in the summer as well. But Koulibaly would be fantastic, as we all know. As I did say, he doesn't want to be at Napoli anymore. He's been there a number of years. He feels unsettled now. The majority of this was due to the racial abuse, he suffered back last year, back in December as well. So he doesn't even want to be at Napoli, does Koulibaly, as we all know. But yeah, we have been linked to him. We know it would cost us in the excess of over £100 million to get him. He'd be our most expensive player. He'd be the most expensive player expensive defender in the world, would Koulibaly, as we all currently know. But he's our main number one to go for in the summer, as we all currently know. And we've been linked with a few other players as well. We've been linked with a few other players that have been mentioned in the press. I know that, Nicola Barella got mentioned in the media as well. Reportedly, he did say it would be difficult, for him to turn down Manchester United. Reportedly, Nicola Barella, very, very young, his prime, 21, Italian, got a contract with till 2022, rated at around £45 million. Can actually operate anywhere in the midfield, so he's versatile, his player. I think his preferred position is on actually the right hand side. That's his favoured role, this Cagliari player. It's reportedly said that Chelsea have showed an interest in him as well, because obviously Chelsea obviously want a replacement for Fabregas, but obviously it's unlikely now they're going to get that replacement for Fabregas in this January window, because obviously they've missed on Leandro Paredes because he's joined PSG, as I currently said. But yeah, Manchester United have reportedly showed an interest in Nicola Barella as well, so he has been mentioned. We know the rumours are still stemming out from the media, regarding Philippe Coutinho, as we all currently know. So Philippe Coutinho has reportedly been mentioned in the press as well. So reportedly, the Barcelona boss confirmed today that he's given up on the long term of Philippe Coutinho. So he could be actually set to leave Barcelona this summer. Could Philippe Coutinho? We know he wouldn't be cheap. Philippe Coutinho, he probably would cost in the excess of over £100 million. But since he has gone to Barcelona, Philippe Coutinho, he has enjoyed a very difficult time. He has enjoyed a very difficult time, as we all currently know him as Philippe Coutinho. You know, since he's been at Barcelona, he's been at Barcelona over a year now. He's obviously the third most expensive player in world football because Barcelona paid £142 million for him. He's done a year of his contract now, but he did sign a long contract with Barcelona. But he hasn't lived up to expectation levels at Barcelona recently. You know, he hasn't been getting the game time. You know, he's enjoyed a difficult time, and he's lacked game time as Philippe Coutinho. This is why there's been speculation that he could leave Barcelona, as we all know. But maybe if it does continue until the summer, if he's not getting enough game time and he's not preferred choice in the Barcelona squad, then he may consider making a move back to England. Philippe Coutinho, as we all know. Man United, it did come out 3 weeks or so ago that Man United had held talks, with Barcelona. Man United had approached Coutinho's representatives, as we all currently know. But, he's a good player. He's versatile. He can play as attacking mid, can play on each wing, can play as second striker as well. 26 years of age, so he has still got a lot of years ahead of him, as Philippe Coutinho, as we all currently know. But, he had 5 great years, when he was at Liverpool, to be quite fair. He had 5 fantastic years with Liverpool. He flourished at Liverpool, as we all currently know. But, he's failed to replicate the form at Barcelona, of what he did and delivered at Liverpool, as we all know. He actually used to play under Mauricio Pochettino, did Philippe Coutinho, when he was on his loan, with Espanyol. He used to actually, play under Pochettino. I think he began his senior career with Inter Milan. Liverpool paid, £8.5 million for him from Inter Milan, as we all currently know. But he could leave Barcelona in the summer, reportedly, could Philippe Coutinho. But he can score goals, he can provide, as we all know, got a lot of tenacity about his play, but hasn't really been given much opportunities at Barcelona, especially lately. So potentially he has fallen down the pecking order, as we all currently know. We've also showed an interest in Steven Bergwijn as well, that PSV winger. Very young in his prime again. I think he's 21 years of age. He's Dutch. He's got a contract with PSV till 2022. Do you think he'd complement our team very well? Manchester United have reportedly held Man United have instructed scouts, to keep a close eye on the player. Want to be informed if PSV are willing to do any business for the player. Rated at around £25 million. As I said, his performances for PSV have been very impressive this season, reportedly. But as I did say, reportedly, PSV probably won't be, up for sale and maybe until the summer, this PSV player. And the rate him at around £25 million. It says a few other teams have been interested. It said Bayern Munich were interested in him as well, because they're looking to get some young players into their team, as I currently said. So yeah, signings will probably happen in the summer, as we all currently know. But as I did say, the main part of this video is to give you a bit of an update what's going on, with Martial. I'll go through it again. Man United are set to announce a new 5-year deal for him, which will take him under contract till 2024. He's agreed. This is Anthony Martial after, breakthrough in more negotiations, because more negotiations have took place. The narrative came out about this last week that was on the brink of getting him a new 5-year deal at the club. He's going to be set to earn £190,000 a week, which is very good news as well. But obviously there was strong speculation of him leaving last summer, as I did confirm with it. He had a bad relationship with Mourinho. Even his own agent confirmed he was very pessimistic about him signing a new long-term deal, and did confirm that Anthony Martial wanted to leave Manchester United last summer. He did want to leave Manchester United last summer, did Anthony Martial, as we all currently know. But now he's committing to a new 5-year deal, which is very good news indeed. Plus with an option of a third year, because we activated a 1-year extension on his current deal last year, as we all know, Anthony Martial. But yeah, very good news. As I said, he's set to sign a new 5-year deal at Manchester United. And reports coming out from France suggesting how this could be officially confirmed on Friday or before Friday as well, which is very good news, and it will take him to, under contract till 2024. So this by the time his current this 5-year deal is up, he'll be about 28-29 years of age. Will Anthony Martial? What? All right. In a minute. Now I'm coming in a minute. And, of course, as I did say, Fellani is set to become one of the world's highest paid players. He's agreed a contract worth £350,000 a week to sign for this Chinese club, as we all currently know. A fee has yet to be agreed. I think it will be around £10 million. He's going to be getting around £18 million a year, as that is confirmed. And it is going to be a 3-year deal, as that is confirmed. But he's served 11 years in English football. This is including his time, that he had with Everton. We paid £27 million for him, from Everton. As we all currently know, we know he hasn't been that good for Manchester United. I think he's had the odd good game here and there. We know he's slow, and I do have strong reservations about him. But I think we've got a few slow players in this team. I think Matic is slow, but I think he's dramatically improved under Solskjaer. I think his distribution's improved. I think he's looking more effective in his passing. Is the Nemanja Matic, if I'm going to be quite honest with you, as well. So that's the latest news to update you on that, guys. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel, guys. If you do consider subscribing,